Central on the New Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It's Bert. Good morning to you. I promise you sometime between now and 8:30, you'll hear the voice of Manager Emeritus Sparky Lyle of the Patriots. And when you do, be the 14th caller to the contest line. And I've got this 4-pack of tickets left for the Patriots game on Friday, July 6th at TD Bank Ballpark. Post-game fireworks. They're taking on the Road Warriors. It's going to be a lot of fun. So when you hear Sparky call the contest line, caller 14 is going to get my last 4-pack of tickets. So be listening, like I said, sometime between now and 8:30. Well, this summer, here we go. Mosquitoes and ticks are out in full force, and especially here in Jersey, it's going to be a pretty interesting summer. So preventing and protecting you and your family against the germs that these pests spread through their bites should really be top of mind, as many of these germs can result in the transmission of some very serious illnesses and even disease. There are some steps that you can take to help keep these pests at bay while enjoying the great outdoors, maybe in your own backyard. Joining me now on the Miller Lite Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline, he's got some good information from protecting us this summer. I want to welcome back into the show Dr. Jorge Parada, medical advisor for the National Pest Management Association, who's with us here this morning. Dr. Parada, welcome back to WCTC. How are you?
Very good. Good morning.
Good to speak with you. I'm very concerned for a number of reasons. Number one, here in New Jersey, Dr. Parada, we have another type of tick called the longhorn tick that was not supposed to survive the winter. It came here from another part of the country, was supposed to die off, and now it's popping up in a bunch of counties across our state. Should we be concerned about this, and particularly, in fact, all tick-borne illnesses? We should be concerned about these all summer, right?
Yeah, it's all a matter of what tick and what infections that tick might be able to transmit. And there are regional differences. There are ticks that don't survive the winter in certain areas. But what we found with climate change is that the range of different ticks is changing and moving. The biggest tick-borne infection problem in the Jersey area, of course, is Lyme disease. Mm-hmm. And there's a great example of a disease that used to not exist in Canada because the black-legged tick did not survive the winters in Canada, though it is no longer true. So we see expansion of Lyme well into Canada, and it's been a real problem.
Yeah, I can see why it's problematic, something that Mother Nature used to take care of for us. Now these pests are surviving the best that Mother Nature can throw at them. So we have to change kind of our game now, Doctor, and be prepared for this. Drop me some names, if you will. What are some of these serious problems that mosquito and tick bites can cause? You mentioned Lyme disease. What about mosquitoes? What are they potentially spreading?
Yeah, I'll go to mosquitoes. I'd like to take a moment with ticks because there are more than 65 tick-borne infections. And unfortunately, a lot of them can be life-threatening and exist in America. Rocky Mountain spotted fever, anaplasmosis, babesiosis, ehrlichiosis. These are all tick-borne infections that can be quite serious if not diagnosed and treated, and even life-threatening. With regard to mosquitoes, the leading infection is West Nile, which is usually not life-threatening, but unfortunately can be. We rarely see, but there are other important tick-borne, mosquito-borne infections like dengue, chikungunya, and, of course, the dreaded Zika, which have been transmitted in the United States. And so there are a number of important infections. Luckily, the more famous mosquito-borne infections, malaria, yellow fever, and the like, are outside of the United States. We see them mainly in returning travelers in America. So while most people are not catching it locally, they occasionally appear in medical centers.
Gotcha. Anything you mentioned that has osis at the end, I run the other way. So thank you for talking about that. Is there an elimination process for this, doctor? Is there a way to completely kind of eradicate mosquitoes and ticks from my backyard or from anybody's property?
No, that unfortunately is not possible. There are, of course, a number of things we can do to mitigate our risk, starting by using insect repellents, which are effective against ticks and mosquitoes and are highly recommended. Then, the next thought is just have less exposed skin if we're going to be out and about where mosquitoes and ticks can get to us. Yes, in the summers when it's warm and people are inclined to want to be in shorts and T-shirts and flip-flops, but especially if you're going for a hike in areas that are known to be tick-infested, probably not a good idea to go in that attire. Long sleeves, long pants, boots, maybe even tuck your pants inside your socks, all make it much less likely that you're going to have contact and be bitten. Another important thing to know about ticks is that the tick that transmits Lyme has to feed for 24, 48 hours before it can transmit the infection. So if one gets in the habit of just doing a tick check upon returning home, and we can then find the ticks and remove them before any infection can be transmitted.
I see. That's very important to know. When you mentioned about removing ticks, is there a right way and a wrong way? You spot a tick on your kid's leg, or maybe your dog comes in with one. There is a right way and a wrong way to address this, right?
Yes, there is. I mean, first of all, the most important single thing is not to panic. For the most part, that tick is going nowhere fast. And so find a good pair of tweezers and try to grasp the tick as close as possible to the skin and firmly but regularly just pull back on that tick and it will delatch. What we do not want to do is jerk it or twist it, which might tear the tick and leave the head and the mouthpieces still in the person. And so it's just firm, gentle pressure, pull back, and it's gone. Clean your skin, dispose of the tick down the toilet, or seal it in a bag and put it in the trash.
Ugh. So it does sound bad for the tick, but it's still even bad for you if the tick does not survive. So you got to do it the right way.
Yeah, so slow but steady. Slow but steady.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Website, Doctor, where can people go for some more information and some good tips?
Sure. So pestworld.org is a great resource. Tells quite a lot about quite a few different insects and problems, and also can give you a lot of ways to mitigate these risks. And, of course, in any doubt, contact a pest professional. They can do quite a lot to mitigate and assess the risk and look around the home, try to diminish the risk from these pests in your immediate environment.
Terrific. Great information, Dr. Jorge Parada. Great to have you back on WCTC. Have a very safe summer, Doctor. We'll talk to you soon, all right?
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Jersey Central Traffic.